Okay, so today obviously is uh, April 1st, right? So April 1st, 2020, and we need to finish up our section one notes. To finish up section one, it takes us to war in the Balkans. And so you might say, the Balkans, what was going on? Newspaper, I thought you talked about Northern Africa. Well, like I said, the beginning of World War II, all is great for the Axis powers. They have invaded multiple places before the war started. They invade into Poland and, yeah, Denmark and Norway. They go into France and kick some butt there. They bomb Britain over and over and over for a year. They technically don't take control of it, but it's bad. They also go into Northern Africa and take British possessions in Northern Africa and French possessions in Northern Africa, and no one's there to stop them. And so Hitler is dreaming even bigger. And the Balkans, if you remember, is South Eastern Europe. And so, why the Balkans, I guess, would be the question, right? Why go into the Balkans? Well, according to Hitler, going into the Balkans would be kind of part of the key to taking control of the USSR. And so, how he wants to invade the USSR. Now, as it says on the screen, the USSR, they had a non aggression pact with. However, despite that non aggression pact that they have with them, uh, Hitler is obviously going to break that promise, which is why you see me have the picture of our fingers crossed, right? But that's ultimately going to be the key, is to invade uh, into the USSR or to Russia. So where is he going to attack? Well, the place he's going to attack in the Balkans itself would be Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania. Many of these countries are actually moving. They're moving very quickly. They basically surrender right away. Yugoslavia and Greece. They when they do attack, they do put up a little bit of resistance, but not much. Both of these countries are conquered within basically half of a month, and so it's not much of a challenge. So Hitler is then ready to move into what's called Operation Barbarossa. Operation Barbarossa is Hitler's planned invasion of Russia and how he wants to do this. It does begin in June 1941. I keep emphasizing June because it is in the summer, and so it's warm outside, so it's a little bit different. So how on earth can the Red Army, can the Russians lose? Right, they have the largest military on the planet at the time, which is true. The problem is just the same as it is in all wars with Russia. Basically, lots of men, ill-equipped, however. And so the Russians are actually going to try to use a very similar strategy that they used against invaders previously. If you remember, scorched earth policy. Now, scorched earth policy is not going to work the same because technology-wise, you have planes, trains, and vehicles to move quicker than they would have just by horseback. So it wouldn't have worked as well as it did against Napoleon, but they're trying it anyway because they're unable to stop the attack just outright. Um, but they do have something on their side. They do have winter. Hitler's attack, they go into Russia, far into Russia. Many big cities that they are coming against. Two most notably would have been Leningrad and the capital, which was Moscow. Um, but both of these cities refuse to fall, and winter is on their side. And so, Old Man Winter, again, super cold in Russia. And the reality is that the vehicles uh, are having a hard time in this weather situation, and so are the men and whatnot. So it is not a good place for the Russians to be in. We'll pick up in video 2.